There's a great big lizard on the trail. Wonder where he's going. Get a little closer where he runs away. But that sucker's about 8 inches tip to tip, I think. And there he goes. Well, good morning. Today is May 4th, or as they say, May the 4th be with you. And I'm going on a hike today, a solo hike up the Ramona Trail in Garner Valley, which is kind of near Idlewild. And it's not going to be that great of a hike, I don't think. It's pretty much manzanita and sage all the way till we get to the tree line. So then it'll get a little better, but the lower half will be in full sun exposure and in what I call the crappy chaparral. So got to hurry up and get through this part, get to the tree line. So sun is out. It's gonna be a gorgeous day today. It's gonna get warm later on in the week. It's supposed to get I think near 100 later on in the week. It's only supposed to be 80 today. It might be a little cooler than that up here, so might not be too bad. I had a little bit of a problem at the trailhead right when I got here. There was a couple of cars here. There was one carload of girls, like young teenage girls with maybe the mom. They were going to go on a hike today, probably just get them out of the house, I'm sure. But there was an old kind of a crappy looking child molester looking van and a truck. Both were broke down. Like people were living in the parking lot over here. It's not really a parking lot, it's just a little dirt pull out. But this area, you're allowed to hike in even during the COVID-19 closures. There's not even a trailhead sign really. There's no informational sign. There's no bathrooms. There's no picnic tables or camping areas or nothing. It's just a lot with some telephone poles to let you know that that's a parking area, and that's about it. So we shouldn't see a whole lot of people today, other than those kids that went up ahead of me. I kind of doubt we'll see anybody else. There was one other car. It was an old another van that was parked closer to the street, so you never know. It could have been one other hiker, but other than that, I think that's all we're going to see today. Anyway, still ought to be a nice hike. Yeah, I do a lot of hikes in Southern California, and especially out in this area of Riverside and San Bernardino. And one thing you have to deal with is the elevation. This is a low elevation. It's the top of the mountain's only about 6. So when you start around 3 or 4, you know, there's that elevation between 3 and 6, which is like a high desert chaparral, and to me it's just torturous hiking. It's all this crap right here. It's hot. There's never any wind. You know, it's head high manzanita most of the time. And to me, it's not very enjoyable. But in order to get where you need to be to have a good time, you got to get through this. But the one benefit of climbing up is you got pretty good views. That's where I started down there. That's Garner Valley. That's a beautiful stretch right there. And then over there on that side is San Jacinto and Tahquitz Peak over there, and the whole ridge line. So we got good views, and the views are going to get better the higher up we get. Katie's friend went on a hike a couple of days ago and saw a record 5 snakes in one hike. So they're out there. This is the time of year, so we got to keep our eyes open. But in the meantime, we're going to enjoy these views. San Jacinto behind me. It's going to be nice up here today. Hopefully I brought enough water. You know, when you're hiking on trails like this that are exposed and open and under intense sunlight like it is right now, you have to really be careful of rattlesnakes, because after a long winter, they've come out of hibernation, they've come out of their dens, and they like to warm up to help regulate their body temperature. A lot of times you'll see them laying across the trail like a stick, or maybe just slightly off the trail. So when you walk, you want to look ahead a little bit, and you want to make sure you make enough noise where they can hear you. Give them ample opportunity to move or rattle so you know they're there. They're not aggressive by nature, but they will strike in self-defense. It's always a good thing to have boots or closed-toed shoes, just in case. Well, maybe not today. But the one snake that I've never actually seen out here in this area, and they're here, I just have never seen them, are speckled rattlesnakes. And speckled rattlesnakes are a little smaller than the western diamondbacks and the red diamond rattlesnakes. And their claim to fame is their amazing camouflage. They like to lay on top of rocks, kind of like that one. And they just coil up and soak in the sun, and camouflage is so great you can't even see them. Anyway, the speckled rattlesnake, their camouflage is simply amazing. If you don't believe me, just Google a speckled rattlesnake and look at some of the pictures. And they're really, really hard to see. So if you're ever walking up a steep trail and you decide to reach up on top of a boulder for a handhold, better look twice, because they could be there. Oh, we got a good view and a breeze. I'll take it. You know, I mentioned the rattlesnakes, and you know, they're not the most dangerous thing out here in the mountains up here. And you'd think, all right, maybe it's mountain lions. Well, you don't really have a lot of mountain lion encounters out here. There's never been any attacks on humans in this range. What you have to worry about here can cause a lot of problems, a lot of medical problems, can eventually lead to death if untreated. And that's Lyme's disease. And Lyme's disease comes from a tick. And the ticks like to cling to the edge of brush like this with their little feet, their little feelers out. And they snag on as you walk by. You brush up your clothes along the brush, and they latch onto your shirt or your pant legs or your socks or your shoes, and you don't know it. You know, you don't feel them. It's a good breeze here. And you take them home and you don't catch it right away, and next thing you know, it buries its head in there and inflicts its damage. And if it's in a spot you can't see, you might not know it for a while. And the Lyme's disease has a very distinct bullseye pattern. It's a red ring with a red dot in the middle. It looks just like a bullseye. And if it's in a place you can see, you're okay, you'll be able to identify it. But if it's not, if it's in a private area or it's in the crack of your ass, or here comes the people. Oh, there's a dog. That was funny. I was just talking about ticks and Lyme's disease, and all those girls that were just up in front of me, they were coming back down the trail. So they only went about 1.5 miles up, they said, and they turned around and going back. So they said there's nobody else up here, so it looks like I got the place to myself. And I'm getting there, because you can see right over there you got some pine trees. I still got probably 500 feet or more of elevation to go, but it's doable. And this trail actually is graded pretty good. It's a little wider than I thought it would be. You know, they've done some maintenance. Here's a ribbonwood manzanita right here. It's an old one. And they've done some trimming to it. But Anyway, I told them to be careful, look out for ticks when they go home. Check each other out really good. Check the dog out too. The dog had dark fur, so it'd be a little harder. It was almost like a reddish brown too, which was the color of the tick that I had. So they're gonna have to really check really thorough. You know, I've been climbing for like 15 minutes since I reached the pines back there. It always seems like it's right around the corner. I mean, there are some pockets where it kind of meanders in and out of the northeast slopes, and you get some shade and you get some pine trees. Now I'm back into the oak brush, and I still see pines. They're up there. There's some right here, so I'm sure this time, probably 5 minutes. I hope, because I'm looking forward to a break. I'm actually kind of thirsty, kind of hungry. Maybe I'll get a snack and take a break in the shade. I deserved it today. It's been a pretty good climb. Trail's graded pretty well up here, a lot better than most. And the brush has been cut back, so there's not a lot of bushwhacking like there was in the Cohio Trail. And there's nobody up here but me. Well, it's been about 15 minutes, maybe longer, since I passed that spot where I said it was going to be 5 minutes. A bit of water right here coming down. I did pass the pretty good little outflow. It was I'm not going to call it running water, but it was trickling. It was enough to refill your bottle if you needed to. You have to filter it, of course. But I'm definitely up here in the pines now, and definitely getting hot, and I'm definitely getting tired. So I should be here any second. In fact, there's a nice little flat spot right here. Wouldn't this be a good spot for a camp? In fact, check that out. That's your clear running water right there. That must be Toolbox Springs. Well, I have pretty much arrived. I'm pretty close to Toolbox Springs, the campground. Still climbing up, but now it's on more of an access road or fire road. And it's scenic up here. I'm going to be bending around to the right. In fact, there's a picnic table right there. So maybe I'll take a break at the picnic table. Looks like it'll be in some shade. Make some lunch. Take a nice good break. Well, that's going to be my my little snack up here at the top of Toolbox Springs. I just brought my little fire ant stove. I've got a alcohol burner in there, just a little cat food can type stove, and I've got my GSI cup, and the water's heating as we speak. I'm just going to make me some Vietnamese coffee with some Nutella and maybe some corn nuts. This is the exact same campsite I was in 6 months ago, a year ago. And I camped right here, cooked right there, had my chair right here. So when the trail dumps out right here. So there you go. It's nice and cool up here now though. Feels good. I took my shirt off, let my pits breathe. There was a car here. It's a truck. The lady, she was using the bathroom and then she headed out. So, but anyway, right now there's nobody here but me. Well, I made it up to Toolbox Springs. I had my lunch, made some coffee, drank a whole liter of water, and now I'm going to be heading back down. It's not too bad up here. It's actually nice right here. I know once I get over on the other side out of these pine trees, it's going to be hot, but I'm prepared for it. Took off my shirt, got glasses on, Gonna get some sun. I'm gonna take my time going down. I was in a little hurry getting up here, and I'm not gonna be in a hurry going down. Take some more pictures. I hardly took anything going up. So on the way down, I'm gonna take some pictures. So take my time. There's no race to get back home, because once I get home, I can't go anywhere. So I'm just gonna go nice and quiet and slow. Look for some wildlife on the way down. I get down here in a little bit. I'm gonna stop at Toolbox Springs and refill my water bottle. It'd be nice to have 2 quarts on the way down. Looks like I'm finally gonna get a chance to use my bee-free water bottle. There you go. Nice and cold. Now I gotta get my water bottle out of here. It's a 1 liter Nalgene bottle. You don't see these too much anymore. They're kind of hard to find now. Looks like the flow rate's pretty good. Of course, this is the very first time I've used it, so there shouldn't be any sediment. And it looks like pretty clear water too, so. You know, something here is very fragrant. It's whatever these are. I can't tell you what that smells like. It's almost like something you would smell if you went into a gift shop, like down by the beach. It smells like a combination of lavender and popcorn. I don't know. It's just kind of weird. A couple of times I walked by and I got a whiff of it, and it's very unique and very strange. It's not manzanita, and it's not anything else that's around here, but there's little patches of it. And it is getting hot. It is getting hot down here. It is probably, I don't know, 80, 85, but it feels hotter. Like right now there's a breeze, so it's not so bad, but you get into some of these pockets with this stuff that's head high and there's not a breeze, oh man. I kind of feel sorry for people heading up the trail today, but thankfully I'm going down, and you know, that's where I came from, up there, and I have to get around this little sub mountain here, and then it drops down to the car, so it's not too far. I'll probably be back at the car in, I would imagine, 30 minutes, maybe. And I can take a break, and then I can go get me some ice cold to drink. I guess it wasn't too bad of a hike. It wasn't as bad as I thought it'd be. And even though it's warm, it's not unbearable. I'd probably do it again. I'd definitely start earlier though. But one thing I won't do is I won't carry this pack again. This is a Maxpedition Malaga gear slinger. It only has 1 strap, doesn't have 2 like a normal backpack. And I've got it loaded down pretty good. And because I knew it was going to be hot, I've got 2 liters of water in it. And when you put 2 liters of water all on 1 strap on your neck, oh man, my neck is killing me right now. So what I did was, when I refilled back there at the spring, I put one of the water bottles just in my back pocket. It happened to fit. It was a tall, skinny bottle, fit in my back pocket. I took a little bit of the load off. Get some little purple flowers here. But anyway, it helps a little, but man, I'm gonna need some Advil when I get home. And I don't think I'm gonna take this back again. It'd be okay if you're only taking, you know, a 24-ounce bottle of water, or if you knew you had places to refill along the way, but to haul up 2 quarts or 2 liters, all of that weight hanging on your neck, it wasn't a good idea. Maybe that's why I don't use that pack very often. Anyway, you can see where I'm going down there in the valley. Well, I made it back to the car. The car is right in front of me here. It's been quite the rewarding day. It's been a hot day, and I'm sure my sunburn is going to prove a little painful tonight. But anyway, the car is right there. I should be back in another 20 seconds, and I can maybe go to the Paradise Valley Cafe. It's a frequent stop by PCT thru hikers. Maybe I can get me a burger and a beer or Coke or something. I don't know. Something cold sounds good. Anyway, I'm back at the car. I'll catch up with you guys later. This has been a great hike up the Ramona Trail near Idlewild, California. So, alrighty, take care. Bye-bye.